Hey everybody, what's up, and welcome to a special Tuesday night tarot. Tisa does tarot. As you guys know, my name's Tisa. I do reality TV recaps. I do cultural in-depth anthropology. Hey Mickey, what's going on? I do a lot of stuff, but mostly I love doing tarot. I love reading energy, and I love where seeing things are going. Although life is funny and we always like to get a little messy, there are tried and true pillars. I am a big believer in natural law. And tarot card is natural law where there are energies around us. Tarot does not predict the future, but it lets you know what energies are around you and how you can enhance it and keep it going, you know? Hey, Queen Paradise, I'm going to put timestamps below for everybody for when FALYNN joins. I'm going to put timestamps below for when Miss FALYNN PINA actually joins. Okay, she'll be with us shortly, but in the meantime, hey Miss Innabug, hey, what's up, Janae? What's going on? Hey, Reflections, hey Jillian, hey Almighty, hey, what's going on? Almighty Mac, how are you doing, y'all? If y'all want itches, and by inches, you know what I'm talking about. And when the summer comes and for vacation, I like to be able to sit on my hair. If you guys are interested, go holler at Almighty Mac on Instagram. He will get you good. Hey, Simply Dazzy. Hey, Angie, a Ballways. Moon Goddess, how are you? Hey, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Okay. So FALYNN's going to be joining us. Until then, does anybody want a quick little mini reading? Miss Innabug, would you like a quick little mini reading while we're waiting for, hey, Marva? And I'm going to put timestamps below if anybody's watching the playback for when FALYNN actually joins us if you want to see. Now, I did see that FALYNN had a twin flame reading. The lady that did her reading, super good. I loved it. You should go watch it on FALYNN's channel. But I will say, I was actually interested in doing a repeat reading on FALYNN herself because, you know, outside of FALYNN's always defined by who she's dating, who's this, who's that, right? I don't know FALYNN personally, but as a woman, I like to see, like, who is this woman that has launched the kingmaker? Who is this woman that is like building kings and destroying empires or exposing empires as it is from her ex, Simon Nobadia, right? So as a woman, I'm always really interested in this. I want to see this woman. FALYNN has this aura around her, this magnetic draw that is always around her. And outside of the relationship, outside of being a mother, outside of course, being with child, and also being in a high profile divorce, I actually want to know, like, what's in the horizons for her, you know? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, Reflections. Like, hey, Asia Nicole, what's going on? What's going on? A red lipstick hustler. What is going on? What's going on? Okay, so the Innabug, what do you want your reading on? That's the first person. Hey, Trita, what's going on? That's right. We're doing a live reading. FALYNN's going to join us by video in a few moments. But I wanted to get, you know, the room warmed up before she got here, you know, get the room warmed up for a queen. Okay. You like a reading. All right. Innabug, what do you want your reading on? Mika wants a reading too. Seeing my little Pisces queen, Mika. You love a reading? Your name's Daryl. You're a Pisces. You were born at 6 a.m. and you're 33 years old. Oh, okay. That is a lot of info. Thank you. You know what? Just for that info, we're going to pull a few cards for you. Woo. Daryl, what's going on with you right now in the energy swirling around you? It's a couple of things. The first thing we need to pay attention to is where you're going, right? There is a block. That's not to say much because in life, there's always some type of block keeping us from leveling up, Daryl, right? There's always some type of block keeping us from leveling up. But it looks like if you keep your head up, you'll be in this Two of Wand energy. What is the Two of Wand energy? It's where the wand is teaming with creativity. It's teaming with life. And you feel like you have the world in your hands. That's great. But where is this going if you go down that path? You will be in the Nine of Pentacles, right? You will be in the Nine of Pentacles where your garden will grow. These pentacles will manifest. This is a time of blessing, but right now you should be sowing your seeds. We'll get to the Six of Pentacles and what that means, but you should be sowing your seeds because there is It's like the universe saying, listen, we're counting wishes. This is a time to actually plant as many seeds as you can. If the universe says we're going to give you your wishes, you don't want to just plant one watermelon, one squash, and 2 tomato plants. You want to literally plant a whole orchard and let it go. Don't worry about whether you deserve it. Don't worry about whether it's too much. Dream big, do big, plant those seeds. I do want to say that a lot of times with the 9 of Pentacles, the one thing you might want to watch out for is as your garden actually grows and manifests, right? As your garden actually grows and manifests, you're going to see other people's gardens around you wilt. It's going to be in your nature that you're going to kind of want to take some of the water from your garden and water it. You need to realize that all our gardens grow at a different pace, right? Just because you take water from your garden and sprinkle it on theirs does not mean that the garden is going to grow. If you look at life, it is seasons. There is time to sow, plant. There's time to reap the benefits, but also we also forget that in life there are winters. Winters are necessary because that's when plants regenerate from the root so that they can show that regeneration in spring, come to fulfillment in summer, and harvest it in the fall. Keep in mind that when you see the people around you doing worse than you, resist the temptation to help because they're going through their winter. You're in your summer and going into fall, which is the best where you are reaping everything. Now, what's blocking you from getting here? Daryl, right now you are in the 6 of Pentacle energy. The 6 of Pentacle energy is actually really interesting energy, considering that you're about to step into blessings. What are blocking your blessings? I'm telling you, the 6 of Pentacles is saying that you need to be fair to yourself, right? As much as you're being fair to others. Daryl, listen, you have gotten into the thing where people close to you, this could be coworkers, this could be lovers or one love, this could be your friends, family, but it's anyone that you have a connection to, a deep connection. Everybody has a sob story, right? Everybody knows, my mother didn't hug me, my dad spit on me, I was in abusive relationships, everybody, and this isn't to make light of anybody's pain, but our pain and our happiness shapes us. We just happen to remember our pain stronger than we remember our happiness. You need to realize that, yes, everybody does have an origin story, but it seems like when people are sharing the pain they've been through, people are sharing what molded them, when they behave very badly to you, you keep cutting them slack because it's almost like you understand them, right? You understand why they did this. You understand why they did that. You understand why they can't show up for you. You understand why they might need more from you than what they give to you. You understand that, but Daryl, you need to realize, right? You need to realize that you need to be fair to yourself. It does not matter what somebody's intentions was. It does not matter what someone's origin story is. It does not even matter whether someone's being malicious or not. All that matters when it comes to you, because you were put on this earth to guard you, is how others are treating you. Doesn't matter what their motivations are. It matters the effect. If I'm sitting here punching like this, and I don't mean to punch you, and I'm just like this, and I've had a bad day, and I was trained to be a fighter all my life, right? Okay, great. But if I keep punching you in the face, does it matter what my motivations are? Does it matter why I'm doing it? This is what's blocking you from stepping into this manifestation. You need to separate understanding people and draw that line before, like, yes, I understand, and I hold no ill will towards you. However, you can't just keep hurting me. And it doesn't matter whether you mean to, it doesn't matter whether you want to, it doesn't matter why you do it. At the end of the day, you are hurting me, and you either need to stop or I need to cut you out of my life. This is the message the universe wants you to hear, Daryl, and you need to listen. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but you're put on this earth to protect and love yourself. At the gate, the universe is not going to ask you who you saved. The first thing you're going to say is, why did you let your most valued possession, be used or abused or beat up? And the fact that you sacrificed yourself so that another may feel better, yeah, that's very noble, but your first responsibility is to yourself, okay? There you go. I hope that helped, Daryl. I hope that helped. Thank you so much for all that information. But I really do hope that helps, right? Do I see a future of more wealth for you, Miss Innabug? Let's see what's going on. Miss Innabug. FALYNN will be joining us in just a few moments. I wanted to come on early. If you are catching it now, I'll put a time step at the bottom so you can actually just click to when FALYNN Readings comes if you're here for FALYNN's reading. All right, here we go. Let's do Miss Innabug. What do I see with the future? Now, I just have to tell everybody, different people do tarot different ways. I'm not psychic. I cannot predict the future. However, my grandfather taught my mom, and my mom taught me about picking up energy. That said, with tarot, when you get the right tarot cards, they'll speak to you. A lot of people like to do tarot on themselves, but I think that my talent lies in picking up on your energy, right? Picking up on your energy and picking up how to better move that energy into ways that can benefit you, or to become aware. A lot of times when you become aware of energy, it really does change things and you start to make breakthroughs, right? Let's do Miss Innabug. We're going to talk about wealth in your future. Hey, RM, thank you. Like and subscribe. I appreciate that, babes. I appreciate that. So listen, Innabug, where do I see wealth coming from for you? It looks like it's held in the Four of Swords and in the Three of Swords. Let me tell you something, right? I don't know if you've already gone through it or whether you're about to go through it. If you've already gone through it, fine. But you are in the point of the Three of Swords. What is that? The Three of Swords is where betrayal by either one person that plays two roles. It could be your lover, best friend. It could be your sister / coworker. It could be whatever. Or two people or few people very close to you. How do we know this? Because the swords are piercing the heart. And what is it? It's betrayal based out of envy. Now, here's the thing. Betrayal based out of jealousy is me saying, oh, Miss Innabug's so pretty. I want to be pretty like Miss Innabug. Thank you, Sarah Love. Thank you. Thank you, Daryl. But betrayal out of envy is when I say Miss Innabug is so pretty. I want her to look like the dirt underneath my heel, and I want to be the beautiful one. It's when somebody wants what you want, what you have so much, right, that they need to take it from you and have you have nothing for them to feel that. Now, listen, if this is a close relationship, you need to realize that when there's close relationships, when there is envy involved, right, friendships, love, even like close co-working friendships, right, people come towards you, and there's something you possess that is so innate in you, you don't even get the fact that you are, that you have it, right? It might be your smile, it might be your laugh, it might be the way you twist your hand, it might be when you dance, the way you move with someone grace, it might be when you laugh, there's like sparkles in the air when you laugh. It's something that you take so much for granted because it's in your bones, but they were drawn to you because of that. And once they were drawn to you because they wanted to absorb it. And once they wanted to absorb it, they saw that whatever it was, they couldn't absorb it because it was so innate in you. So instead of just admiring it and saying, wow, this is so awesome, I get to be around this person, they then decided to copy it. When they found out they couldn't copy it, they decided, well, you know what? Like most people do when they idolize something or someone. If I cannot stand side by side with my idol, I'll knock my idol down so we'll be eye to eye. This is about someone that is so envious of something you possess so effortlessly that they literally are low-key rooting for you not to win. Now, I will say that sometimes this feeling is subconscious. When it comes to romantic relationships, it can manifest in cheating, in emotional abuse, in physical abuse, right? It can manifest like that. That's the most extreme, but anything along there is something that you need to go. Guys, if you're just joining us, FALYNN's going to be joining us in a little while. So everybody get comfy, right? Everybody get comfy. I do tarot on the regular between Monday and Thursday of every single week, come rain or shine. But this is a special Monday night tarot because I'm having a special guest, Miss FALYNN Pina. And if anybody's watching, there will be timestamps on the bottom, so you can just zoom there. But back to what I was saying, Miss Innabug. It literally is now that's the most extreme, cheating, lying, like whatever. But sometimes it's more innocuous. Sometimes it's people negging you. Sometimes it's people, whenever you tell them you did something good, they're like, oh, that's good. Really? Well, good luck. Don't mess it up. It comes in very, very insidious forms, but yet it's actually there. So what do you do? If you've already gone through this, listen, the Four of Swords is your answer. If you haven't gone through this, don't be paranoid. This type of energy is not something you need to search. When it comes, it hits you like a freight train. But also, you don't need to go searching for it, because it's almost like if I say, do you smell something burning? You could be sitting in the room and not even think that. As soon as I say, did you smell something burning? All of a sudden, you're like, oh, wait, I do smell it. That's that Three of Swords energy. Now that it's been brought to your attention, right? Now that it's been brought to your attention, you'll be fine. You'll be fine and you'll suss it out. When it is revealed for you in a bug, all I want to say is to keep that Four of Sword energy. What is that Four of Sword energy? Listen, it means it's time to rest, like the way an air sign does. But you know the thing with air, you can never stop air. Air never stops, right? Unless it gets toxic and stagnant. So when air is blowing through a window, right? When you shut the window, you don't stop the air, you just redirect it. It's time to say that in the relationships and in the things right now that have been causing you a lot of stress, right? You want to stop putting so much effort in. It doesn't mean you're not going to get your outcome. It means you just want to stop putting effort in. What is this akin to? I'll make this analogy I always make. It's like making soup. You chop the vegetables up, you throw it in the pot, you put the broth in, you season it to the best of your ability, you bring it to a boil. What is left for you to do except for turn it down, simmer, and put it on the back burner? Not because you don't care how that soup turns out, not because, but it's literally saying that you have done everything possible to make the best soup. Will the soup turn out delicious? Maybe. You did everything you could. But for you to put any more effort into these relationships that are giving you problems, it doesn't make any sense. At worst, you're going to over-season the soup and make it inedible. At best, you putting more energy in isn't going to change anything, right? So what's the point? You've done everything you can. Turn that soup down, let it simmer on the back, and actually that's how you're going to get past the Three of Sword energy. Okay. I hope that helped. Thank you, Asia Nicole. Thank you. I hope that helped, Miss Inabug. And listen, if anybody ever gets the Three of Swords, there are no bad cards in tarot. It's only making you aware of energy that can really in the future, really help you move through some really trying times, you know? So thank you. I see there's now 102 people in the chat. FALYNN PINA is going to be joining us very shortly. She agreed to come on and let me do a live reading for her because, like I said, there's going to be timestamps below if you guys are listening to this on replay so you can zoom down. But I'm very interested to see what's behind the woman. We know her as an ex. We know her as a current love. We know her as a mommy. We know her as a vessel. But what's in store for her outside of her relationships that are swirling around? What is actually in store for her? What are the energies going around? And I always just like to see what the story is behind the person. Because yes, our relationships and our hurts and our pains and our connections to other people do shape us. But at the end of the day, we are our own vessels. And sometimes our journeys are journeys that we need to walk alone. So I'm interested in seeing, right? Hey, what's up, Mystical Pisces? You're welcome, Miss Inabug. You welcome. Who else? I think I have a little time before FALYNN comes on. Let me do, anybody else want a quick reading before FALYNN comes on? Quick reading. Try your luck. Anybody would like a quick reading? Please. Let me know. Please let me know if anybody would like a quick, right? Let's say Pisces. You want a Pisces? Asia, what do you want your reading on? And let me read some of my memberships, my little Tattle Tells. I do have memberships of $4.99 if you guys want to join. FALYNN will be joining us in a second. But Asia Nicole, my darling, what would you like your reading on? Huh? What would you like your reading on, Asia Nicole? Let's see. Let's get a few cards. Just drop what's dropping for our lovely Asia. Ooh, Asia Nicole, you got the World and you got the Eight of Swords. These are deep cards. Listen, 2020 beat you up. No lie. You're still climbing out of the mess that we call 2021. All has not been good and it's been pretty painful, but the wheels are turning. The universe is bringing you more blessings. The only thing is, as the Wheel of Fortune turns, you need to either be on top, to the side, or in front of the Wheel of Fortune. It seems like there is something personal that you are holding on to, some link, some relationship, some feeling. There's something you are holding on, and it's literally pushing you under the Wheel of Fortune. It's pushing you. Hold on, let me just check on. It's pushing you under the wheel of fortune. And when you go under the wheel of fortune, the universe just wants you to let go and trust. It's almost like blocking the blessings. And the universe is like, girl, what is going on? Like, I'm trying to bring you blessings. Why are you fighting me? And you are fighting tooth and nail, like, no, here I stand. So what happens with the universe? It's not because the universe is mad at you. The universe first starts crushing your fingers, then it crushes your knuckles, then it crushes your wrists, then your arm, then your whole body, not to hurt you, but just because the universe wants you to let go and step into that damn stream of creation. This is the time, right? This is the time that you really need to trust the universe. You need to trust the universe, and you need to let go. Listen, Agent Nicole, I think FALYNN just joined, so I have to cut this reading a little short. But girl, you know I'm on every Monday and Thursday, so I'll make sure I finish your reading on Thursday, and we'll cut some new cards. All right, there you go. All right, you guys. Now it looks like FALYNN is stepping into the chat. Let's all give a warm welcome to Miss FALYNN Pina. Hey, FALYNN, what's going on? Wow, you look absolutely gorgeous, Mama. How are you? Oh no, FALYNN. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let's get this connectivity issue fixed. 1 second. So odd. Hold on. So we're having a little bit connectivity issue with FALYNN, but we'll get that sorted in 1 second. Let me just take her off screen so we can get that sorted. 1 second, you guys. Let's see if this thing. Okay, we'll just give her a quick second and see what is going on, and we'll do that. All right, yeah, FALYNN will be back. We're just working at a little connectivity issue. Let's see what happens. All right, 1 second, guys. She's gonna dial in. Let's see. Yes, doesn't she look drop dead gorgeous? Let me tell you something. FALYNN is always giving a moment. She's always giving a look. Her hair. Listen, pretty is as pretty does. I know somebody misses looking at that, but let me stop being messy because we're into the cards and spiritual right now. FALYNN will be joining us in 1 quick second. We just had one problem with the network, but she will be right back. We're just getting that, right? Hold on, guys. Let's give it 1 more second, okay? Thank you guys all. We just had a few technical difficulties, but FALYNN will be joining us again in just 1 moment. For those of you guys that missed it, she looked drop dead gorgeous. So we'll do that, right? Yes, Asia Nicole, we were getting into the Eight of Swords. I don't have the Eight of Swords because I put it back in the deck, but that's what it is. It's not overthinking too. It's also right now, even though you're overthinking because you're scared to walk through and actually process these messier emotions. You're scared to process the messier emotions. And that's why you are stuck on that Eight of Swords energy, Mama. That is why you are stuck for the Eight of Swords energy. Oops, thing. That's why you're stuck in the Eight of Swords energy. Yes, it's overthinking things. Yes, it's being bound up by anxiety. But at a certain point, you need to actually walk forward. Let's wait for Miss FALYNN. She'll be joining us in just 1 moment. She was here earlier, but there was a little bit of connectivity issue. So we're just going to sort that out behind the scenes and bring her back on when the connectivity is good. Okay. Asia Nicole, you know I got you next live, my little Tattle Tell. Who gave me gifts? Sarah Love, Saru, and Jaylene. All right, let's see. Saru is a Virgo. You want Han's feelings for you. Let's see if we can do really quick Han's feelings toward you, Saru Love. Let's do Saru Love and get Han's feelings. We have the 7 of Pentacles. And we also, interestingly enough, have the 8 of Pentacles. This is actually really interesting in the fact of, right, Han's feelings towards you. It's not that it's conflicted. It's just like, Han, what are you doing? I feel like Han is like a little bit shy when it comes to you. Now, for one, right, he's pulling the weeds out of what's holding him back, right? And he feels like he's planted the seeds. And now he's looking at watching the seeds grow. He's looking at watching the seeds grow. He's definitely looking at watching the seeds grow. But the thing is, he thinks he's planted a lot of seeds. Now, this might be laughable to you because you feel like he hasn't made a move. But oddly enough, Han feels like every single day he's doing what he can little by little by little, right? Every single day he's doing what he can, little by little by little, to actually not focus on the outcome, which is to be happy and love, because he sees that as a foregone conclusion, but do what he can to kind of like move you to be where he wants. He has a certain idea of the way he wants your love and how he wants to love you. And every day he's working at that. It kind of like breaking down your defenses, but it's odd because at the end of the day, you're just like, Han, you haven't planted enough seeds. What's going on? But I don't know why. Han's turning into kind of like a shy guy around you. I don't know if he's naturally shy or maybe he has a big ego, so he doesn't want to put himself out there because he's not sure, right? He's not sure where you stand. What I would say when somebody is in that 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles energy, what I actually say is, listen, don't put yourself out there because at the end of the day, right? Clearly, if he's putting in all this work, he likes to be the masculine energy in a relationship. So if he's putting in all this work, all I can tell you is send him little signals that you're interested. Maybe catch his glance and hold his attention for maybe 1 second too long. Maybe giving him a little smile while he's talking. Very feminine, very gentle ways of letting him know that you are definitely interested. You know, that would be, sorry guys, that would be the best way to actually get his attention because like I said, he feels like he's planted enough seeds. The fact that you're just like, what are we doing? Is this supposed to be something? Doesn't mean anything. Show him your feminine wiles. Don't come on too strong. Just give him enough that he can see that these pentacles that he's planted are starting to grow. Once he sees that they're starting to grow, he'll take over. So just give him that thing. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Okay. Next up, we got Jalen. Next up, we have Jalen. FALYNN will be joining us in under a few seconds. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have Jalen Brown. You'd like a reading on finding your work-life balance? Let's do it. Let's put a few cards down for your work-life balance. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Tisa. I do tarot every Monday and Thursday. I have a special guest coming on in just a few minutes, FALYNN PINA. We're going to do readings on FALYNN, the woman. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Little technical difficulties. Okay, let's see. 1 second, guys. Let's just get FALYNN dialed in, and then we can do this. No, that's the same thing. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. Should be dialed in a second. Okay. There we go. Oh, thank you, Leah. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so Jalen, you want to see, oh, thank you so much. Make it make sense. Yeah, make it make sense. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so Jalen, you want to know on finding a work-life balance while we're waiting for FALYNN to come in. There will be timestamps on the bottom if you guys are watching a replay. Let's see, the work-life balance. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, hold on. That's going to have to hold on, Jalen, because we have Miss Pina. Let's welcome her. Hey, FALYNN. How are you, gorgeous? You look beautiful.
Sorry, guys. It's been real over here trying to get these technical difficulties straightened out.
You look absolutely beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, FALYNN, I've been dying to do a reading on you. And now that I have you in my clutches, I'm going to do something. Yes, right? I'm going to do something just so everybody knows. FALYNN has already had a twin flame reading. The lady she did a reading with, super, super talented reader. I'm not trying to do a twin flame. I don't want anything in relationships. Like I was explaining to you guys earlier, right? We know FALYNN as an ex. We know her as a current partner. We know her as a mother. We know her as a vessel. I want to actually see what FALYNN's energy as herself, as her own woman, where her energy is, where it's going, and literally what's on the future for her. Okay, so this is just going to be focused only on FALYNN, only on FALYNN. So FALYNN, I'm going to do kind of a general reading on you. Is there anything that you kind of wanted to focus on? Any questions you have, or do you just want to drop the cards and see where it goes?
No, let's just drop it like it's hot. I'm a very open person. I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. So let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's cut these cards. All good things come in threes. And let's see where we go. All right. So cards are already falling, which would say something about you being an open book, because I swear most Tauruses, the cards like just stay there. Tauruses, Scorpios, you're just like, are any cards going to fall? And they're just like, nope, not today. You maybe get one or two cards. Okay. We also have the cups. Ooh, we have the 5 of cups. We have the 9 of swords. We have the world. Let's get a few more cards out. And also, my communication style. We had an interview a while back. I'm a blabbermouth, so feel free to interrupt me, overtalk me. I grew up in a big family. You're a boy mom, so you know what it is. You know what it is. We also have the 10 of swords. We have the sun, and we have the justice card. Let's start with these cards. And then, yes, we have justice. Let's start with these cards, and then we can always go back in. Listen, FALYNN, right now, what's going on is you do have that big world energy, right? Let's start with the major arcana. You have that world energy, you have justice, and you have the sun. This is actually really interesting in the fact of what the world is saying, and everybody knows your life, so this is not anything groundbreaking, right? But the world energy is saying that you have literally just finished a karmic lesson. You have finished a karmic lesson, and the world, it's time for you to level up. What does that mean? The best analogy I can make is, the world never wants to break us. What it does is it kind of fattens us up like prize fighters. So we have the energy and the capability to go and learn our lessons. And once you learn the lesson, it literally just elevates you, fattens you up even more, because you're about to get into big lessons. The world is saying that you just literally had your butt handed to you, but now it's time for your blessings to come in. However, before those blessings come and they wrap everything up with a bow, there's one lesson that you've internalized in your head, but in your heart, you really, really haven't accepted. This is actually what the world wants you to focus on. This is what right now you might feel like there's not a little block, but you might feel like, I don't know, things just aren't syncing right. This could be one of the reasons. Now, what is that reason? Well, we have the couple of heavy swords. We have the 10 of swords, we have the 9 of swords, and you have the 8 of swords. Now, I will say that the swords do represent air signs, right? Take that for what it is, right? But when you look at the swords, this is actually really interesting. The 9 of swords said that to a certain point, you do feel a lot of pain and sadness still, because something that you hoped was something beautiful and special, something that at one point felt like a dream. You saw something, you heard something, the universe came and just knocked the rose-colored glasses off your face, and you realized that reality was almost like a nightmare. It's like being in a situation where you're like, okay, this sucks, this and that, but you know what? Some days are going to be better than others, but let me just work with your Taurus sensibilities. Let me work, and I can make it what I want to. That's your Earth Taurus sensibilities. But you woke up and you realized that these times that you thought were like horrible and you wanted to do better, that was the best it was ever going to be. So you had that. And when it comes to an earth sign, this can be very devastating with earth signs, because I'll say this all about all earth signs, but especially Taurus. You have no problem sacrificing your blood, your sweat, your tears. But one thing I can say about an earth sign, you guys expect to get some type of return. You'll sacrifice everything, but you expect it to come back, because you look at reaping what you sow. You toil the earth and you plant. It really is heartbreaking when you realize that what you expected to get back is not actually going to come back. Now, why is that? Okay. You're also dealing, and I know everybody thinks that this could be talking about your past relationship, but this is going into even family relationships. This is going into friendship relationships. And obviously it could relate to old love relationships, but there is that Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is literally where you were stabbed in the back so many times. And each time you felt that stab in your back, right? When you asked, ow, why did you stab me? It was always something that you did, right? You talked too loud. Ow, why did you stab me? You weren't talking loud enough. Ow, why'd you stab me now? Because I need you to sing now. It was always something. Every time you felt like people mistreated you, every time you felt like they hurt you, it always went back to being your fault. The thing is that you're dealing with this with, right? That you're dealing with this with the Eight of Swords is, I'm sorry, with the Ten of Swords, is the fact that the way you reacted still causes you a lot of internal shame. The way you reacted was kind of to lay down in your own blood and be like, okay, so I'll talk quieter and I'll learn to sing and I'll do this and I'll that, because you somehow thought that this was a symptom. You thought this was a symptom of what was going on, right? And so every single time you thought that if you just gave them what they wanted, or if you were just more agreeable, that somehow it would stop. We'll come back to the Ten of Swords, right? We'll come back to the Ten of Swords. Well, actually, let's get into it, because the thing that one of the lessons that the universe needs you to learn about the Ten of Swords is, you're thinking that they did this because this was a symptom of their whatever. The universe actually wants you to know, Fallon, you still with us? Oh, the universe actually wants us to know that it's not a symptom of what they did. You don't realize that there are people in your life that go out their way to make you feel bad, that go out of their way to get in your head, to go out your way to blame you for being cold or not helping enough or not doing anything. But the reason to blame you for your outbursts, blame you for the way that you talk to them. And they always have an excuse, but you don't realize that them stabbing you in the back and them hurting you, it's not really, how do I say this? It's not a symptom. It's their actual goal, because the more they can hurt you and the more they can make you scream out and the more they can make you engage with them about what they're doing, the less they have to focus on their own life, the less they have to focus on where they fall short, the less they have to focus on their own demons and the things that wake them up at night and the things that they're worried about. But what do? They find the perfect distraction. Through your screams of pain is their distraction for the misery that actually is their life. So this is something to keep in mind. We're going to circle back to that, right? And we have the Eight of Swords finally topping that off to a point of when the situation is here, right? With the people you care about, the people that you love, the people that you want to be there. When it comes to the Eight of Swords, this is actually pretty interesting, because sometimes you feel trapped. And every time you try to move backwards, it feels like you get cut up, right? Every time you try to move to the side, it feels like you get cut up. And every time you move forward, you feel yourself walking into these deep emotional waters, and you are so scared it's going to take you back into that emotional ocean that almost drowned you, right? You're worried about that happening. However, you need to know that this is actually just your feelings. Yes, every time you try to go backwards, it hurts because the universe wants you to move forward. But more importantly, every time you try to ignore things, you feel like you're getting cut up, because the universe is saying no more being complacent. You need to know that as you walk forward, even though those waters scare you and you think you might even be going back into depressive waters or places that you just crawled out of, you don't want to go back to, it's not. It's literally the remnants, the shadows, the echoes of things you need to deal with, emotions that you need to kind of internalize. But those emotions really deal with pride and shame for allowing things to happen. And not just, a lot of times we think about this just in emotional relationships, but a lot of times this is actually even in our relationships with our siblings, with our close friends, because, you tend to have echoes in our life, right? So as you move forward, you need to know that these are just puddles you need to work for. As you walk through them, they will not drown you. They are puddles. You can literally move forward in the solid ground when you're in that Taurus energy that you want to be in. Now, there is the sun coming up, right? This is where you're coming from, right? We know that there is the sun. What is the sun? The sun is really, really blessed major arcana. It's when your id, your ego, your super ego all move together as one to move toward your goal, finally in alignment, finally focused. There is a lot of creativity. There is a lot of passion. We see these flowers coming up, right? This is a very prosperous time, but more important, you see the universe, literally that sun on your back saying, bet, you are now focused, you are now whole. I'm going to help you get to your goals. So things are going to start happening very, very quickly but again, you're going to need that alignment. What is stopping the alignment from coming? We got that 5 of Pentacles, and we also have the 5 of Cups. Let me tell you something with the 5 of Pentacles. Again, I don't want you to think that this is just all focused on your old relationship, because it actually goes a lot deeper than that. You need to realize that in life, and maybe you already realize it, right? We have echoes. Oftentimes when we're being mistreated by one person, the reason why we are drawn to that person or we may be accepted is because there are echoes. There are echoes of the other people in our life that mistreat us, not to that extent, right? They might be the worst manifestation of it, but they all have that same echo. When it comes to the 5 of Pentacles, right? And the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is saying that there are cups that have been knocked over. There are things that have happened that you actually deeply, deeply, truly regret. And the reason you regret is because the things that you care about that were actually knocked over, you feel like you played a big part in. You feel like you take a big part in, and you are beside yourself in sadness, because if you could have, you would have done things differently, because you didn't want those cups to be knocked over, right? So what that is you being beside yourself. The thing with the 5 of Cups, and this goes into that world lesson of actually maybe through meditation, maybe through peace, finding peace in the way of like, listen, were you perfect? I mean, probably not. You're human, right? Did you do everything right? Probably not. You're human. Could you have done in your mind, because I know you're Taurus and I know you go over things over and over in your mind. Could you have done everything right that they said they wanted and you think you could have done, right? Every single time you maybe did passive aggressive, every single time you like threw shot, could you have done everything right, and still had the same result? Absolutely. Because the thing about the 5 of Cups are, right, the universe is telling you that yes, at one point there might have been clear water in those cups. Who knows what were in those cups? But at the point where the cups got knocked over, the only thing in the cups were red and green liquid. That red and green liquid is poison. The universe saw you drinking from poison cups. And even though you didn't recognize it, the universe saw that first, okay, she's a strong Taurus. Let her drink from those cups and she'll move on. But you started drinking from those cups and almost loving the taste. And that poison started going inside of you, making you toxic. But then all of a sudden, you are starting to become the toxic person. That's when the universe said, absolutely not on my watch. And it knocked those cups over. But still, you mourn beside yourself, because in those cups that got knocked over, yes, poison got knocked out, but there were other things in those cups that you actually valued, other things in those cups that you wanted, other things in the way that you behaved surrounding everything that you wish you had done differently, that you wish you had behaved. And this goes into even our close relationships, right? The thing is, the universe wants you to take those cups and go. Now you could, right, wash these cups out, go to the stream, and still take all 5 cups if you wanted. But right now the universe is saying there's so many other blessings coming. And we see that when we talk about the sun, there's so many other blessings coming that it doesn't make sense to even take time to wash those cups out, because new blessings are coming. And also, again, this goes into with the world and releasing yourself from the shame and guilt that you actually feel for the things that have transpired. It doesn't matter whether you did everything right or wrong. Maybe you did fall short sometimes. It doesn't matter, because these cups were knocked over for for a reason. And whether you had given everything or nothing at all, it still would have been the same result. Now, how do we move past this energy and actually move into the sun? Because this is what you are dealing with. A lot of, like, again, I don't want to be like shame, but there's a lot of shame and guilt. But I think it comes into the fact that you are a Taurus, and you know the way things should be done correctly. I mean, obviously, you look like a Taurus. Perfect hair, perfect makeup, like, you know the way things should be done. And you, goddamn it, not only are you going to do things the right way, but everybody around you is going to do things the correct way. So when you feel like there was something that you had control of that fell to the wayside, or something you had control of that you didn't execute correctly, you beat yourself up. You say, what if? And then when you see the manifestations, you're like, wow. It's like your son saying, Mom, could I have a cookie? And you're like, no cookies until, like, you finish your homework. And then, a year later, your son's like, I'm so depressed because if only I had gotten that cookie. So you beat yourself up, and it's like, maybe I should have given him that cookie, because if I did, things would be better. It's time to let it go. Things actually played out as it should have. Now, hold on, guys, right? All right, hold on. We're going to wrap this up really quick, and then we'll let everybody take questions, okay? Last couple of things, right? We have the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Justice, and we have the 10 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. We need to know that in the 9 of Cups, Fallon, it's very important right now you stay around people that have a lot of healthy things, to say, so you can replenish your cups and really remind yourself who you are, and also release yourself from the guilt you might be feeling. A couple of last things, the Justice card. Because of the things that transpired and the way when you finally released yourself, there are people that that you feel like don't understand, or they didn't really learn their lesson, or you feel a lot of anger that people might have taken advantage of you or treated you bad. I want you to know that the universe is in the process of tapping you on the shoulder saying, listen, they can handle their own karma. Their own karma is actually coming to them. The only thing you need to do is focus toward moving toward the sun. Resist any temptation to kind of get that extra kick in, to kind of like make people understand how you feel or why they did what's wrong. The universe is soon going to feel their lesson. Karma is being handed out, but in those forms of their life lessons where they're going to actually need to grow. The last thing, and this is the last thing, guys, and after that, Fallon is going to take questions from the crowd. So we'll ask a few questions from the crowd. If you guys even want to call in, maybe, if you guys know how to act, but if not, we'll take questions from you guys that Fallon can answer. The last thing I want to say is the 5 of Pentacles. This is actually really healing energy for earth signs. It's saying that you actually need to be a little bit more emotionally vulnerable. Now, I know you're an earth sign. You're not going to cry and be like, why? But emotional vulnerability has to do with, and I give this to all earth signs, where it says you need to learn to be a little bit more emotionally vulnerable. It needs to learn to be you clearly communicating what you want to everyone, but in a way that doesn't actually hurt your pride, right? In a way that doesn't actually hurt your pride. One of the ways you might do that, and I say this to a lot of earth signs, is by taking out the fact that you need the person and letting people know what you expect in life. Not saying, sorry, not something just went on, it scared me. Not saying, oh my God, I need you as a friend, or I need you to do this, but basically rephrasing things in a way. It's like, listen, anybody in my life is going to do A, B, and C. If this is what I expect, any man I'm with, any friend I have, any job I work at is going to give me or do A, B, and C. That's a way of letting people know what you expect of them without saying, oh my God, I need you to treat me this way, or I need you to do that, or I need that from you. It's a way of clearly establishing your boundaries while keeping your Taurus sense of pride and respectability. Okay, so that's a quick reading. We'll do the rest of the reading offline, in private, but I did want to open the time up for, right? I wanted to open the time up for questions. Does anybody have any questions with Fallon or with the reading, or what she'd like to do, right? What would you guys like to ask, right? Any questions for Fallon? Come on, guys. Let's see. Karma said, are you sure this isn't a Libra reading? No. Here we go. Who would like to ask any questions to Fallon? Let's see. Let me look through these questions. There's a lot here. Let's see.
Someone said my face doesn't look swollen. Thank you. Because I really feel like I've been like fat.
Do you really? Girl, you make pregnancy look good. I was like, get her off Instagram before people are like, I want to have a baby, because no one's going to do it. Why do you feel like your face looks puffy?
I do. And my lips, they're like completely just taking over my entire face. People, it's to the point where people are DMing me, asking me, who did my lips? Like, where did I get them done at?
I was going to say, people pay for those lips. Lucky you. Oh, so somebody wants to think, do you ever think of writing a memoir? Like it's golden wants to know.
I actually plan on putting it into film.
Do you really? Tell us about that.
It's still in the works right now, because my life is still ongoing. I don't have an ending that I'm very comfortable with just yet, but I do plan on writing out my life as a film. So,
are you going to play yourself?
No. I thought about it.
Think about it though, right? Think about it. It can
be acting.
It can be fictionalized, based on your life.
Right. Yeah. No, I won't play myself. But yeah, I definitely I'm not much of a reader because I am ADHD. So reading was just not my strong suit. So I don't want to connect with any audience in a way that I don't necessarily, I'm not necessarily as strong in. So I want to be very true to who I am and how I connect. And that's through film.
I love that. Somebody wants to know, why does Fallon look so uninterested? You guys, can somebody explain this? Fallon, you explain it. People have different listening faces. That is Fallon's listening face. She is a Taurus queen to her heart. That's the way she listens. Can you guys please accept that other people are differently?
That is very true, Tisa. I'm a very when I'm listening, I'm very either that or I'm doing this or I'm lifting an eyebrow.
Exactly.
People always point these things out. I'm either very blank faced or I'm uplifted or I'm lifting an eyebrow. There's something about my face. Yeah, that's just how I listen, guys. Sorry.
Listen, you guys, welcome to Earth Kingdom Energy. Still waters, right? Still waters run deep was made for Earth energy. So you guys, just please accept that everybody's different, okay? Oh, Fallon, here's a note. Listen, do you feel like the reading was on point?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I take a lot of I take in a lot of guilt. Even you guys can sit here and I'll tell you the whole scenario of A, B, C, D, E, F, G of whatever we may be discussing. And you will find all of the faults within the scenario of someone else. And I will find all of the faults within myself and not point out any faults in anyone else, because that's just not who I am. I am my biggest critic. And so I never point the finger at anyone else. I always point the finger at myself because I love taking responsibility for the things that I do, which has been the hardest part, I think, about having this life lesson so public. I was trying to learn a life lesson at the same time of trying to be a mother and a head of household, and at the same time of trying to heal and grow from it all and trying to understand, my part in it, what part I didn't play in it. Because when you're with a person who exhibits a certain behavior, you end up, the type of personality I have, I end up taking on all of the responsibility naturally and harboring it and saying, this is what you could have done better. You should have done this. You should have said this. And I started beating myself up about everything. And then with everybody else's input into it, it was really hard. It was a big life lesson, as you said. It was a huge life lesson for me. And actually, this all allowed me to learn how to give myself grace
Yeah.
and to really back off.
What do you mean
And
by
knowing,
back off?
back off meaning not be so hard on myself, and really understanding that there was nothing I could have said or done to prevent the situation or to make anyone feel even more at ease. And I'm not even talking about my ex. I'm more
Mm,
so talking about my fans and my viewers, people who truly, as they say, believed in me and things like that. There's
mhm.
nothing I could have done because I am who I am,
Yeah.
and I'm learning as I go. And that's as honest and as real as I can get. I'm not going to be perfect for everyone, and I had to learn how to bite that bullet
Mm.
and just take life for what it is.
Wow, that's really, really deep. That's really deep. I mean, it sounds like you're an empath just from hearing me talk about that. Um, it sounds like you are a bit of an empath. And usually with empath, you guys definitely attract people that are like, yeah, it's your fault. You know, an empath is like, it's all my fault. And they're just like, yeah, it's doubly your fault. You know, you didn't even know. You know, you're like, I wasn't even born. And they're like, it's your fault. You know, here's a good question, right? Um, this is really good. Althea Jones, are you happy?
I am the happiest I have ever been in my life. And I think I'm the happiest right now, not
Mhm.
because of a man, not because of my motherhood or anything of that. I think I'm happiest right now because I have finally accepted myself and who I am, and not what society expects of me or who I should be for them,
Mhm. Yeah.
who I should be with because it looks better to them.
Mhm.
Um, I am I am happy because I accept me for me and who God created me to be, and I'm only continuing to learning more and more about me each day. Like literally every day there's something new and I'm like, "Oh."
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So when you say that you're finally like you feel free now, I would imagine it's because, like you said, the things you wanted to do and the growth you had it on a national stage. So now there's nothing else to hide. There's, you know, you are standing there and you've, of course, have found the love and support of the people that love you, but more importantly, you've just finally accepted yourself. What were there ever any times that you just felt like saying, you know what, I'm just going to go and disappear. I'm going to do this and that. From what I saw from the outside looking in, there was one person in particular, but a lot of people, you know, were using you as, you know, Hester Prynne from the Scarlet Letter, you know, like shame, 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 and all the misogyny and distrust and, you know, patriarchal ways, misogynistic ways people think they were just projecting on you. Was there any time that you were just like, enough of this? I'll give you your wish. I'll just disappear.
Oh, absolutely. It was when you guys saw me disappear. When everything, my divorce came out and it was public, and I had posted just one simple thing, and that was on my Instagram, and that was I'm just trying to focus on healing
Mm-hmm.
and finalizing my divorce. I said those words because it was true, and I also I chose to say those words because that's all I could really get out.
Yeah.
I couldn't fit anything else inside of me or outside of me. So you guys didn't see me, excuse me, you guys didn't see me for a couple of months because um I really felt like the only thing I can do is shut down because it's a man's word against a woman's. And
Mm.
who wants to hear a woman? Who believes a woman? No
Yeah.
one ever. No one ever believes what women say. It's
Yeah.
always what a man says, and it's not just a man, it's a wealthy man. So
Mm.
who ever believes
Allegedly, 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 guys.
right,
But go on.
right. So who would ever believe anything that I have to say?
Yeah.
So it just got to a point where, yeah, I did shut down.
Well, we're glad to see that you found your way out of it. Really inspirational for people. So let's see. Let's get through a few of these questions. Do you want a boy or a girl? Let's lighten up. Do you want a boy or a girl? What do you feel?
I definitely want a girl. This Friday, we will be announcing the gender. We will be showing the gender reveal this Friday on our YouTube channel. So yay!
Nice.
So everyone will finally know what it is. I want a girl. Jalen wants a girl. All the boys want a girl. It was really hectic announcing because this Friday, spoiler alert, we will be announcing it to the children.
Wow.
Really,
are they going to be in the video with the announcement?
In there. They'll be in there. It was really nerve-wracking telling them.
Nice.
So I hope you guys tune in.
Oh my God, I can't wait. So listen, Light Mission wants to know, this is a good question. What's your strongest psychic gift? Are you clairvoyant, clairaudient, etc.?
You know what? It's funny. I have actually been asked this several times, and I am ignorant even still to it. I still don't know myself well enough to be able to answer that. However, who said that? Who even knows? How did you know I was intuitive? That was
Light Mission knew. Light Mission 23 knew. I guess you do have an aura about you, and people that are into light work, they can always sense that aura. So
that's very interesting. Yes, Light Mission. Okay. I am very intuitive. I don't know necessarily what I am. I see things. I don't necessarily, when I meditate, I can see certain things in front of me as if someone was standing in front of me. I don't know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? And when you're meditating, are you looking for guidance, or is it just like, it just comes to you like you start seeing?
I slowly look for guidance. However, whenever I meditate, I tap into a whole other realm. So.
Oh, wow. How long have you been meditating?
For about 3 years now.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. See, thank you, Light Mission. Okay, so we learned a little. Oh, here's one from Leah. Angel Healings. What surprised you about the reading?
Nothing really. It was, what was really more so surprising, it's always funny to me, is when people can see my deepest insecurities. Okay. Because I hide them, or I feel as though I hide them very well. And so whenever I get a reading, whenever they're capable of seeing my insecurities, I don't like it.
Okay, so we'll move on to that. I always say Taurus and Scorpios, they'll be the ones, even with readings, what can I help you with? I don't know, you tell me, and then they're just like, let's move on. So yeah, exactly.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad insecurity. I know
it's not a bad insecurity, but there is something about Taurus and Scorpios. You guys don't like feeling exposed, you reveal when you want. You reveal when you want. So, but I always say it's Taurus and Scorpios too. You can have 20 kids with them, the perfect life, super happy. And you sit down for breakfast and you say, my love, would you like a cup of coffee? And you guys would look at them and be like, did they poison my coffee? And then be like, nah, okay, I'll have a sip. There's just a little thought in your head like, okay, right?
Yeah.
Arcade Collection, thank you so much. Okay, so here's a good one. Okay, so Mystical doesn't have a question, but she wanted to tell you to keep up the good work, positivity, and much love and support over here. I will say, I am new to these YouTube streets, and I always knew that there were paid trolls and, spam accounts and this and that. But I definitely noticed after we had our interview, there will be somebody writing books about how you need to be, put on a cross and set a fire. And there's all these troll accounts. There's all these paid accounts. I do notice that the people that actually are real people and they're real accounts, not paid trolls, you definitely have their support. It's amazing how much real support you actually have. So it's a good thing to see that people actually have some sense and they can get behind somebody with good energy. Oh, right. FALYNN, this is a good one. But before we go, have you had a lot of trouble with like troll farms and spam? Like, how do you deal with that? Or are you just like block, I'm not going through this?
My followers, if you ever notice my followers going down on Instagram, it's because I'm blocking people.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I love my block button. I don't care how many followers. I started out spreading the word and whatever came to my spirit with just 11 viewers in my Instagram lives. I could give a damn, honestly, about what my followers are, what my verification status is. I really don't care. I care about helping others. And that's what I was put on this earth for. I was put on this earth to be a light worker. And so long as I'm fulfilling that mission, then I feel at peace and I feel whole. So when it comes to negativity, just as much as I block it out in my real life, I'm going to block it out when they have Twitter fingers.
Okay, that's a great way to go. FALYNN, what zodiac sign do you think your baby's going to be?
I know what zodiac sign my baby's going to be.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Miss Innabug, that was a good one. I didn't even see that one coming. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. Damn it. She's too quick for us. Okay. Let's see. FALYNN, have you ever thought about going back to modeling?
No. I feel like I know y'all don't think it. I feel like I'm too old.
Why?
I am just too old.
You think so? Because now there's that market. You look like you're 16. There's that market to be like, I love Oil of Olay Regenerate Serum. Look, no lines, you're like that perfect age to start doing stuff for, they have 16-year-olds doing anti-aging stuff. You're the best thing because you're like, just turned 29, 30 and you don't have any wrinkle. I don't know. I think I can see there's a market for modeling. Would you consider if an agent contacted you, any agents or anybody that knows, would you consider if a legitimate agent contacted you getting back into modeling?
I would consider it.
Okay. So let's see. This is a good one because for those of you guys who don't know, FALYNN is an amazingly talented artist, right? She's always posting her work. It actually is gorgeous. Would you ever consider doing a full painting tutorial on YouTube? That would actually be something really, really cool. Or just taking us through like the process of you creating and just putting a little bit like every day so we kind of see like, the creative process.
You know what? It takes approximately 16 to 24 hours for me to paint an actual piece. So no, not like live or anything like that. However, the process of it, yes, absolutely. I've gone live a couple of times on Instagram just showing what it is that I use and what I do. But that was back when I first started. However, I just recently started a new piece and I haven't painted anything in almost a year.
Really?
That was going on. I don't paint when I'm upset. I only paint when I'm at my happiest. So
that's a beautiful thing.
If I'm ever posting what I'm currently working on, it's because I'm at my happiest point. So the piece that I'm working on right now, it's going to take me a few weeks, but because it's the biggest one I've ever done. And it's the first one that I've done since my divorce. So
I love that. That's a beautiful thing that you don't want to, I never thought about that, memorialize negative feelings, in a painting and have that energy around you. That's beautiful that you're actually.
I wouldn't want anyone to purchase when I do begin to sell my paintings. I'm not selling them currently right now, but when I do begin to sell them, I wouldn't want anybody to take my negative energy and put it in their home on display. That's that's toxic. I wouldn't want that. So no, I only paint when I am happy.
I love that. So Sean wants you to know that, FALYNN, you're beautiful and you're handling yourself with class and grace. Don't do others are doing and try too hard. I don't think that. You're talking to a Taurus queen. Tauruses never try too hard. They always hit that mark just perfect. You're never going to see a Taurus sweat. So this is good, right?
Ebba.
Yes. Ever. So we have time for one more question. Let's see if we get a good one. FALYNN, is there anything in the meantime you want us to know while I'm looking for the last question? You guys don't embarrass me. Let's pull up a good question. But is there anything else you want us to know? Definitely you're doing, you guys, stay tuned for FALYNN's channel on Friday. She is doing a gender reveal and all the kids are going to be there. Her channel is so amazing. Really beautiful energy on her channel. It's actually pretty funny too. You and Jalen have great chemistry and the boys are so hilarious. So
you mentioned you in there. Do you see it?
I saw you guys doing that. Pity didn't make it want to marry me. Pity didn't make it want to marry me. Yes, I saw the whole family doing that. I was like, make it want to marry me, right? So here's the thing. The last thing, FALYNN, you know, there's lots of things cards can predict and energy. What do you hope to actually manifest in the next year? Let's speak it into existence. What do you hope to manifest in that? I'm not talking about, don't tell me world peace. Don't tell me everybody to be happy. We're not talking about that right now. We know you want the world to be great. But for yourself, what do you hope to manifest in the next year?
I want to be an actor again. I started acting when I was 9 and in theater.
Nice.
Yeah. And so after that, and when I moved to LA, when I was, oh God, how old was I? I think I was 21 when I moved to LA. Yeah. I pursued my acting career where I learned Taekwondo and I really fell in love with action-packed acting. So that's what I'm looking to get back into. I wasn't allowed in my last relationship. I wasn't allowed to act because they never wanted me away from the home or the children. So I really just stopped living for me. And now that I'm back into me again, I'm really looking into just getting an agent and just, seeing what works for me.
That's beautiful. We're going to speak it into existence and see you on the screens acting. That's amazing. You actually know Taekwondo. We did just literally get the last question, right? Somebody wants to know, Sheila in Virginia wants to know, does Simon's breath stink?
Huh?
Does Simon's breath stink?
What?
Taylor, let me do it, Andy Cohen.
Version of it.
Sheila in Virginia would like to know, does Simon's breath stink?
Simon constantly smells like cigars and tequila.
I told y'all. Okay, say no more. If you have ever been around a man that smokes and drinks a lot, you already know the answer to that. Okay.
He wears good cologne. However, he drinks and smokes a lot more. So,
well, there you have it. FALYNN, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read you on live. Many blessings to you. We know you're going to get that acting off the ground. But in the meantime, you guys, if you guys are here, you already know FALYNN has a YouTube channel. She's doing the gender reveal this Friday. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, show this woman some support. It literally, we need more light in this world, and we're going to wait for the painting tutorial. Okay, FALYNN?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Roma. And I'll let you go and actually get some sleep. I don't know how you do it with a baby looking beautiful with the boys. And I would be curled up on the couch like a cat. Yes, I don't know how you do it, but you make it look easy.
Jalen is how I do it.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, FALYNN. Have a great night.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys. So that was Fallon sending lots of love and light. She has such great energy, don't you think? And I'm not just saying that because she came on my channel. I thought she had great energy even before she popped up. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. We did the reading with Fallon. If you are joining late, I'm going to drop some, what do you call it? I'm going to drop some timestamps in the thing. And also, if you guys want your own reading from me, you can get it. Let's pray on that person. Let's send some good energy out to whoever's in that ambulance, right? But you guys, also, if you guys want any private readings, I do private readings, and I am on every Monday and Thursday, and I do tarot reading, come rain or shine, every Monday and Thursday. I take donations, but I also do it free sometimes too, because, you know, let's give love, spread love, and shine that light. All right, do you guys, let's see. All right, you guys, I have to go. I will talk to you guys later, and thank you so much for joining. What is it? Timestamps are going to be in the playback, okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.